Good day everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back to a new review. Well, yesterday we had a pretty good mini PC, but it was kind of expensive. Well, today we have a faster one that's also cheaper. This one is called the Vorke V1 Plus and it costs somewhere around $170, so pretty good price. We are gonna start with some specifications. So we have the Intel Celeron J3455 CPU. This is a quad-core CPU clocked at 1.5 GHz with a turbo boost up to 2.3 GHz. We also have 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage, and the Intel HD Graphics 500. If you remove the plastic door on the back of the mini PC, you have access to a SATA 3 connector, and that means that you can expand the internal storage. So that's great because you're not gonna be limited by that 64 GB that comes with the device. And since we are talking about internal storage, out of that 64 gigs that comes with the device, we have about 30 gigs left, but the speeds that I got for the internal storage are quite good, so much better than yesterday's mini PC. And you're definitely gonna feel that mostly if you're copying files onto the mini PC, so definitely much better and much faster than yesterday's mini PC. And we are moving to some benchmark results. So the first benchmark test that I had going was Cinebench, and if you check the scores for yesterday's mini PC review, you're gonna notice that the scores on this one are about 20% higher. So you're definitely gonna get more performance from this one with this new CPU that we are trying out. Moving on to the second benchmark, PassMark, you're gonna notice that we got a score of over 1200, so definitely an increase of about 30% over yesterday's mini PC, and that has to do with the faster internal storage and of course the faster CPU. And lastly, on the Geekbench 4 we get higher scores once again, so the Vorke V1 Plus is definitely faster than yesterday's mini PC, the B-Link S1. So we have more power, but we don't have a fanless PC anymore, so this one has a fan inside, and of course I wanted to check out and see how it looks inside, and it actually looks very nice inside and much better than I was expecting. So as I said before, we have a fan. It's not that loud, but well, you're definitely gonna hear it if you're working in a very quiet room. And here is a short clip so you can actually see what happens when you're doing some graphics intensive tasks. So as you've heard, the fan isn't that bad, but if you're working in a very quiet room, you're definitely gonna hear it. For a very quick unboxing, the mini PC comes in a plain looking box with no information on it, and inside the box we're obviously gonna find the mini PC, we'll find the power adapter. There is also a user manual in there that's got a whole bunch of pictures and instructions, and it's also in English. And we don't get an HDMI cable for some reason, but we do get a bracket for the hard drive that you would mount on the back of this mini PC. The mini PC itself, it's made out of plastic entirely, and I like the fact that we have a power button right on top that is very easy to access. On the front we have two USB ports, we also have a slot for an SD card, and that's also an IR receiver. So you can buy a version of this mini PC that comes with the remote control. However, I didn't actually get the remote control with mine. On the back you're gonna find a 3.5mm audio jack. We also have two USB 3 ports on the back there, the network adapter port, a VGA out, the HDMI out, and lastly the port for the power adapter. For connectivity, this has dual band Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and I found the Wi-Fi connectivity to be better than yesterday's mini PC. So on the 5 GHz Wi-Fi bands I was able to get some better speeds from the exact same spot from yesterday. So the Wi-Fi on this one, it's a bit better than yesterday's mini PC. For the operating system, this comes pre-installed with the Home Edition of Windows 10, and this is also an activated copy of Windows 10, and that means that you're going to be able to get updates and have access to the Windows Store. Now, as soon as you turn this on, you're going to have to do a whole bunch of updates, and it's going to take like 4 or 5 hours to actually finish all the updates, so keep that in mind whenever you're getting this. With the faster CPU that we have inside this mini PC, you're also going to notice faster speeds mostly when you're opening apps. So if you'd be to compare this to yesterday's mini PC, so the one that has the Intel N3450, you're definitely going to notice the difference when you're opening apps. So this one is a bit faster. Watching YouTube videos also works great, but as long as you're using the built-in browser. If you're planning to use Chrome to watch YouTube videos, everything beyond 1080p kind of slows down and lags. But if you're using the built-in browser, you can actually watch videos in 4K and they all go very smooth. So that has to do with the software optimization on these mini PCs.
Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just has come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name.
I've tried Netflix as well, and I've installed the Netflix app right from the Windows Store because it's much easier this way than actually going into the browser every single time you want to watch Netflix. Now, it takes a while to load all the movies, but that's quite normal and it really depends on your internet speed. But once a movie is loaded, everything seems to work quite good as well. Since most people are gonna use this as a streaming device, I've installed Kodi, and this was Kodi 17.4, and I installed that right from the Windows Store once again, and everything seems to work good as well. But Kodi pretty much works on anything, so I wasn't expecting anything less. If you plan on playing games with this, it's still possible, but don't imagine that you have a powerhouse. So I played Asphalt Extreme, and that one I downloaded right from the Windows Store, and that one works very well. And I had another game that was a multiplayer game, so online. That one doesn't do as good, but much better than yesterday's Mini PC. So I'm gonna let you guys watch that for a couple of minutes. And as you've seen, gaming works pretty good considering the price of the device, and much better than yesterday's Mini PC. Now, since people are gonna use this for watching videos, of course I wanted to check out some video files to see how well it does. So I plugged in my USB stick and I'm gonna let you guys watch and see how all those video files play.
क्या करें? मैं संभालता हूँ, तुम बस गिरना मत और उनका खाना मत तुम ठीक?
I don't set that hand. Tell him you take matter to have a drink with our new friend, the Minister of Finance.
So as you've seen, no issues with any of the video files that I tried, so I have to say I'm quite impressed by this, mostly considering the price, because for $170 that is quite cheap. And this is better than yesterday's mini PC, so I guess I'm gonna have to change the title for yesterday's video. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.